Season 2024 gameplay spotlight. Okay.
Out with the old, in with the new. Welcome one and all to Season 2024. We've got quite a few changes to share, from terrain adjustments to new monsters and items. Ready to
I need to
stomach?
sit up for
Let's
this.
get into it.
Map changes. Okay, okay. Let's see some new
Wait, where
Bard
are we?
portals.
Oh, it's top lane. These walls are different, and would you look at that? The brush is now in the
What
middle
the
of the river.
fuck? I'm gonna play AP Maokai and throwing a fat sapling in here. I'll throw a fat
That'll
sapling in
make
there.
for a trick your gank path from jungle, so you top laners.
Wait, this is so open. What? Wait, they are so much more gankable now.
Focus more on your lane opponent instead of
What
hungry
the
junglers.
fuck?
We've got terrain changes across the entire map, actually.
It's
Right
so
in the mid
open.
lane, the brush is farther back from the lane now, and we've adjusted the walls to both red and blue side for
This
better symmetry.
this looks so
Overall,
weird.
these adjustments should make it a little safer
Bro,
to
this
play
looks like a fever dream. It's like I'm tripping, man. What the
behind you
fuck?
the mid lane, especially those mages with zero dashes.
Feels so huge.
Speaking of safety, we've also changed the walls opposite
Bro, what is this? This is like completely new game. A Wild Rift map. Bro, wait, my brain can't even like comprehend this at the moment.
Baron and Dragon Pit for a bit more
What?
security while you're moving between lanes through the jungle.
What the
Finally,
fuck?
in bot lane, there's a new gank path on red side to make the map more symmetrical.
Wait, let's think about this. Bro, I can't
We've
comprehend
also
it.
shifted the brush to the middle of the river, so both teams can more reasonably fight for vision control. Look alive.
This is
down.
good. New
New
monster.
jungle paths aren't the only thing to keep your eye on this season.
Grump
A
on
new
cocaine.
Void monster has found its way to the rift. During the early game, a camp of 3 void grubs will now spawn inside the Baron Pit. When you attack a grub, smaller void mites appear to join the fight. Killing one of the void grubs grants a permanent buff to your entire team that deals damage over time when attacking turrets. For every grub you slay, the buff becomes more powerful. After the first 3 grubs are killed, 3 more will spawn a few minutes later. If your team manages to kill all 6, then you unlock the maximum buff. When you attack a turret, you'll apply the damage over time and
They look
spawn
nasty.
some
Yorick takes tower even faster. But imagine you have the bows and you frag all 6, like, he's just gonna get in minute 10.
void mites of your own to help take it down. Keep in mind that these grubs are an incremental camp, not all or nothing. So slaying even one can give your team a small boost and keep the enemy from collecting all 6.
Bro, people are gonna flip whole games for this. It's gonna be so fun. Like, I'm bored, I'm gonna contest this. I'm gonna be minute 5 top lane, man.
At 14 minutes, any remaining grubs disappear, and the beloved Rift Herald enters the game with a fresh new look.
Also, there's no early Rift Herald anymore. I kinda like that change, honestly.
Maybe they're born with it.
Like, it was fine, but it gave a little bit too much currently.
Maybe it's the hideously vile influence of the
Bro, it
void
looks
from
so
whence they come.
disgusting, man.
If you slay the Herald, you can summon them as before to march down lane and whack turrets.
Bro, Shelly looked like so chill, like your friend and shit.
Or, any member of your team can hop on board to play Summoner's Drift,
Wait, what?
steering the monster as they charge forward like a battle sled. Ramming Herald into a turret this way deals some extra damage, and you can run into enemy champions to damage and knock them up. On collision with terrain or a turret,
Oh shit, this is gonna be a TikTok video with the Ryan Gosling and then the Drive music.
the driver pops out nearby, and the ability to steer goes on cooldown. This cooldown resets if you hit a turret, but takes longer if you hit a wall. All aboard the Shelly Demolition Train. Now let's talk about... What was that?
Why does it have arms?
Baron
Nashor.
Voidborn Tyrant of the Rift, is back and badder than ever before. When he enters the game, you'll know it. Baron takes one of 3 forms when he emerges. Each form provides the same classic buff, but alters how he fights and determines the shape of his pit. But wait, there's more.
Wait, what?
With Baron's entrance, the Void's influence spreads across the map, infusing the Scuttle Crab, Brambleback, and Sentinel with dark power. Voidborn Scuttle Crab becomes tankier and
This
tougher
reminds me of Terraria when you slay the Wall of Flesh and the whole thing
to
changes.
kill. On death, she sends out a massive burst like a Scryer's Bloom, revealing all enemy champions and wards in a large area. Bet you didn't see that coming. Likewise, the Voidborn red and blue buff require a little more muscle to take down, but in exchange, they grant the buff to every teammate who's alive at the time. So no more fighting over who
What?
gets blue buff, alright?
Bro, these are so big changes, man. What the fuck? But how nice is it? No one can steal your red. And now add voice chat.
Speaking of cool new buffs, let's talk Infernal Rift. All versions of the Elemental Rift have been refreshed to accommodate the new base terrain, with Mountain Rift losing a few walls that didn't quite fit anymore. But we've changed up Infernal Rift completely. We don't have gameplay footage quite ready at this time, so let me paint you a word picture. Instead of a burned out fire escape, Infernal Rift will scatter infernal cinders all across the map. Picking up these cinders gives a small burst of move speed and a stat buff. On death, half your collected cinders explode out for others to snag for themselves. I mean, you weren't using them anymore, right?
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hated that in Heroes of the Storms as well. When you like collect something and then they can frag you and then collect it.
As in years past, we've made some item adjustments for this new season. Like, a lot of adjustments. For one, mythic items are out. Gone.
Let's go,
Poof.
let's go, let's
In
go.
their place, we're adding, removing, and updating a bunch of items across several champion classes. Mages, assassins, tanks, enchanters, fighters,
But this looks like AP Hydra, this looks like Caesar's Crown. The
and
fuck?
marksmen will all notice
Maybe this is CC Rod
quite
again.
a few
Come on,
changes
come
when
on,
we
come
gear up
on.
this season. For example, the new Storm Surge for those AP assassins and burst mages who really want to shock the enemy. In addition, we've overhauled the support quest items. Supports now have a singular item they pick up at the start of the game with minimal stats. You earn gold with this item by executing minions of any type for a flat amount, or hitting enemy champions with abilities or attacks. At the middle tier, you unlock refilling wards as before. And when you reach the final tier, you
Wait, no. They did the 2-in-1, so I have to play Targ and Shield. I have to last hit the minions. Oh man, I'll be playing some top
can
lane
choose
bard, man. I'm not doing all that. I'm not.
between several upgraded items to suit your playstyle. Whether you prefer protecting your carry or more aggressive support tactics, we've got you
Okay,
covered.
okay, okay.
While
More
you're running around
aggressive.
the new map with new monsters and new items, you should keep an eye out for old grudges. We've added a handful of champion quests that will trigger when certain champs are in the same game. Defeating
This is
your best
nice.
rival on the enemy team will grant a tiny buff. While it won't significantly impact the game, it'll be a nice reward
I
for
like
your
this,
Renekton
I like
mains to
this.
finally stick it to Nasus. Many of the changes we've made this year are aimed at making gameplay mechanics and systems easier to understand. This goal includes a lot of
Whoa,
adjustments
whoa,
to
whoa, whoa, whoa.
the
Did I
gameplay
see that correctly? Sonia's Hourglass is now a tank item. This is nice. This is fucking beautiful. No more mages abusing this. Or if they do, they lose a lot of damage. Bro, Pike main's gonna be on top. Man, I might have to swap, man. If they remove stopwatch as well, man, Pike main's eating good.
mechanics and systems easier to understand. This goal
But this is useless for a tank. Except maybe for something like Singed, or for most tanks that don't think this is useful.
includes a lot of adjustments mentioned.
Wait, actually, how much gold is it? 3100 for this? I guess for some it's good. Maybe for checks and shit it's always good. Charmer will buy this. This is dog shit. I'm not sure. Because Gargoyles basically gives you the same, but instead of the shield you get this. I guess there's just a few people who will really buy this, but most won't buy this. Yeah, maybe they remove stopwatch. We'll see. I hope they do. I hope they remove stopwatch.
Making gameplay mechanics and systems easier to understand. This goal includes a lot of adjustments mentioned previously, or smaller changes like simplified tooltip language. We also just want to make it feel better to be on the Rift. Listen closely and you might notice the music changing throughout the game based on where you are or what you're doing. Baron boss music, anyone? And now you can celebrate or commiserate with your teammates in a language everyone understands. The fist.
Okay. I mean, this is nice, but just add voice chat, man. Fuck that. And add the
Okay,
pings
that was
back.
a lot to cover. In summary, new terrain means new gang paths in every lane. Void grubs are now a thing. You can now drive the Rift Herald into battle. Baron looks scarier, and the Void is everywhere.
The Rift Herald thing looked completely useless. Like all those battle sled things, like even in the fun game modes, they're kinda useless. Maybe it feels if it feels nicer to steer. Maybe if it's more like a Synold, maybe. But it just seems like a goofy mechanic.
Infernal Rift is totally changing. There's a bunch of new.
You can go to lane with Herald. True, wait, yeah, I guess. Or maybe if it deals a lot of damage when you explode it, you know. But
Items. Some champs are bringing their beef onto the Rift, and fist bumps explode into sparkles and fireworks. Phew! Got all that? Good. If you want
free
all the
Quino.
nitty-gritty details, we unpack everything in the article linked below. So study up, friends, and we'll see you in January when season 2024 kicks off.
I am that guy. I want the nitty-gritty details. I'm gonna read 2 sentences and then ADHD will kick in. But I love, I don't know. They've been pretty chill with the changes in recent like pre-seasons. I like a pre-season where a lot changes.